This is Lord Henry Mystic of Mystic Manor, and you're listening to the Disney Parks podcast. Oh, Albert, stop that. No, not the music box.
Welcome to the Disney Parks podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Parkhopper John. I come to you from WDWParkhoppers.com. Joining me, as always, is my partner in crime, the hostess with the mostest, Mr. Tony Casanova from Disney by the Numbers. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I am doing good. Recovering from this weekend, my friend.
Had a great weekend. Had a phenomenal weekend. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We have a lot of the folks who were there. A couple of them are online tonight. It's great to see you guys there. Just came off of a great interview. We interviewed Disney artist Kevin John. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait for you to hear that interview. It was great. I love Kevin's artwork. I love Kevin. He's a good guy. He's good people.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Hey, it's fun in person, too. If you get a chance to meet him in the park or something, he bebops in and out. I highly advise chasing him down. I don't stalk him in the park, but go find him in the park. He does do that. All right.
Yeah, don't stalk him.
Let's go. Sorry, we got a big lot of stuff to talk about this week. So, this show is sponsored by, again, our great friends at themeparkconcierges.com. And if you are planning a trip to Disney and you do not want to be that person that takes your family around the park and does all the planning, gets all the fast passes, and makes all the dining arrangements and figure out where you're going to stay and what you're going to do, let Theme Park Concierge do that for you. They are cheap, efficient, and smart, and they will help you get all this done. And for 4 hours, they will take your entire tribe of people around the park for a mere $200. And if that's not enough and you need the full-on, full-day rope drop to park close experience and you don't want to do it, Theme Park Concierge is the people to do that at $475. They will take you and your entire entourage, like VIP people that you are, around the park and give you the best possible park experience. They'll do it for Disney, Legoland, Busch Gardens, and that other place called Universal. So they are not just limited to Disney. You can find them at themeparkconcierge.com, or the best part I love about these people is you give them a call at 407-257-9973. That's it. Go check them out. They will plan it all for you and help you get through it all.
Hey, we've got some great events, some things that we want to talk to you about coming up. We have a monorail crawl coming up this month on March 19th, which is a Saturday night, starting at 7 p.m. We're going to be at Meisner's Lounge at the Grand Floridian Resort, and we're going to start there. We're going to hang out there for about an hour, then we're going to hop on the little Sim monorail if we can all fit. We're going to ride over to the Polynesian. We're going to go up to the Alta Grim, hang out there. That way nobody freaks out from all the blue and where we normally go. And then we're going to stay there for about an hour. Then we're going to hop over to the Tamu Tamu? No. We're going out to the deck.
Yeah, Trader Sam's.
Yeah, patio. Trader Sam's. Yeah, patio. And that's going to be cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are not responsible for your alcohol. So
your ride home.
Or your ride home. Although we do promote Uber, Yeah, so we are not responsible for that, but we'd love to see you there. We have a lot of fun on those events, and it would be a lot of fun. Tony, I hear we got some new kites.
Yes, I have to first thank my friend Anna. I don't know if I should say her last name. I don't know if she wants to be identified online and hunted down for kites. My friend Anna, I will just say that, sent me some interesting kites. I brought a couple up here because I thought these were the most interesting. Well, they're interesting because I've never seen them before in this format. This is called, and if you're looking at or you're listening to this, you can't see this because you're not seeing this because you just have audio. But this is called a pocket kite. I've never seen that, right? And this pocket kite is Chewbacca. You can see that. It is, what is it? It's one piece. This thing is 21 inches. And it comes with the kite and the string and the little handle. And she sent a bunch of these. There's another one for BB-8. And then the other kite I thought was interesting. By the way, these are all made by our good friends at X-Kite. I highly recommend that you go check these guys out. This is called a micro kite. And it's in this little heart. And this is what the kite kind of looks like. I don't know if you can see this plastic doohickey here. So it's a 6.5-inch kite. And I think it's 6.5 probably this way, obviously. And this handle thing's actually the thing with the string. So it comes with your handle, it comes with the string, and it comes with the kite. That's a Millennium Falcon. And then she sent the other one, another one called BB-8, obviously. And that's what BB looks like. So so these are, I think these are really cute. We're going to have to figure out a kite because it is springtime. And I think it's a good time to go fly a kite. And I do have some good kites left over from the last kites they sent us that I think we should go take out and go give a shot because I think it'd be a lot of fun. But go check out X-Kites. They're not a sponsor, but Anna is a good friend, and she sent me these, and I really appreciate that, Anna. I really can't say enough about these cool little pocket kites. I think this is a great idea. You know, just a little Ziploc bag, just throw it right in there, throw it in your duffel bag. Great thing to take to Disney. Walk around the park with a pocket kite.
Oh, yeah, because
your security won't hunt you down and kill you then.
I've often standing in line at many of the rides thinking, God, if I only had a kite.
God, I had a kite.
Usually I
go fly a kite.
had a drink.
Hey, they made that great big open area in front of the Magic Kingdom. Great place for a kite now.
Oh, yeah. You know, it'd be a great place to fly a drone. Oh.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, the other thing I want to mention, too, is we finally have ended the survey. It's all done. And the prize winner is Nicole Palumbo. Whoop, whoop. Now, Nicole, I sent you an email. You have to send us your address because I just don't have it. Send us your address. Reply to the email. Send us your address. And it is all boxed, sealed up, ready to go. FedEx, delivered to your door. Everything is in there. Just a ton of stuff. And I am glad to get rid of it. I will say that. So just email us, Nicole Palumbo.
Yep. And we also want to thank our friends over at W Rock. You can find them over at www.wlor.net, which is an online radio station. And we are the only Disney-themed show on the network. And they just came out with numbers the other day. I think I saw the email earlier this afternoon. And dude, we're right in the thick of the hunt. We've got over 101,000 listeners.
151,000 listeners. We're like in the top 10.
151,000 of you crazy people listening to a couple of knuckleheads talking about Disney. So thank you guys so much for letting us be a part of your afternoons. And thank you so much for listening to us. You can check us out over there at WLOR.net. W-Rock, all time, except when we're talking about Walt Disney World.
On Sunday.
On Sunday.
Sunday from
Other than that, rock all day long.
What was the other one? All right, we had a meetup this week. It was more than a meetup. It was a party celebration. It was a celebration of the podcast. It was a celebration of Disney by the Numbers. To celebrate your book, my book. It was an extravaganza. I rented a grand villa at Kidani Village for 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. We told you to come on Saturday. Some of you came on Saturday. Some of you didn't, but some of you did. We had a really, really good time. We had a lot of people on Saturday night, probably about 30.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of people jammed into that little.
Oh yeah, it got loud quick.
Yeah.
We were doing live broadcasts. And,
yep.
Great.
Yeah, it was good stuff. We had a lot of fun. I don't know where that ranks. I think Grand Floridian is still probably my favorite, with a close Bay Lake Tower being tied 1 and 2. I could probably do either one of those. This might have been a third. If there was a pool table upstairs, I think I would have much more enjoyed it.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think next year we're going back to Bay Lake Tower, so be prepared for that. We're going to do that, and that'll be the 10 years of Disney by the Numbers. So
wow.
We'll have to figure out something super extravagant to do. Maybe we'll rent out like Top of the World for the night.
Dude, are you on crack?
Dear DVC, can I have Top of the World for the night? I want a buyout. What's that cost? Hey, people willing to pay the price, have some open bar, some food. I think it'd be fun. Why not? Right?
I think it would be great. I think it would be awesome, and maybe that's one of the things that we can do with some projects that we have in the works. I think that would be awesome. Bay Lake Tower is my favorite resort. They don't have we couldn't do that in what we did this weekend. We could not do in one of those bungalows. We could not fit the people. We had people on every space every common area space you could fit people. We had people, but I think Bay Lake Tower would be a phenomenal choice.
Yeah. Because I almost rented a bungalow. I had access to one. It was on the list, and there was one available. I think a little bit earlier, a little bit later. I don't know when, but and I was like, I would like to do it just to do it, but I don't think we could have fit as many people.
Right.
I think we would have been in trouble space-wise.
We had a great time. It was wonderful meeting a lot of people that I didn't know, and a lot of people who didn't know me apparently didn't know I was on the show.
Oh, there you go.
Crazy, but it was really cool to meet you guys and to spend time. And the response to your book and my book was overwhelming. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Tony has the Disney by the Numbers book, which is available on his website, DisneyByTheNumbers.com. It's also available on Amazon. And then I have the Disney Bucket List, which is available on Amazon or www.parkhoppers.com. We would love to get you a book. We'd love to get your book signed. That was a lot of fun. That was weird. That was really, you've had a little bit more experience than I have, but that was really, that was
weird. Listen, next weekend you'll get a lot more experience signing books. When you're doing it at a table.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. My hands will be hurting, I hope. We get rid of a lot of books.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
All right, so let's talk about some pricing. Disney is now going to have some real fun with our wallets. They, I think it was probably last year when the tickets went up, as they always do. There was the rumor of this elusive seasonal pricing, and it looks like they've figured it out. And they've come up with 3 seasons, and they are now going to charge us some seasonal pricing. So what this means is there's really 3 seasons now for tickets. There's a value season, a regular season, and then the peak season. Okay, so let's start with February. February is a value season, March is primarily a peak season, except for the first week. All of April is regular. Most of May is regular. June, we get into peak. Most of July is peak, except for the last week. August is regular. September is value. October is regular. November is regular, except for Thanksgiving week. December is regular, except for Christmas week. And I am kind of shocked at really, I thought it was going to be permanently peak and not regular. And I think most of this is turning out regular. I think I'm going to go look at this later, and I'm going to count up weeks, and I'm going to come up with how many of this week, how many of this, and how many of this, and come back. I didn't have time today to do that, but I'm going to come back and do that. My question, which I couldn't figure it out, because what I did was then I said to myself, all right, what happens? Let me go buy a ticket now. And I'm going to stay, pick tickets. So when I went in to pick a ticket, it was weird because, if you're staying or if you're going to go and it starts in a value and then it goes to a regular, what ticket price are they going to charge you? And it didn't say, because, it's different by park. And Magic Kingdom's a little bit higher than the other three parks. It didn't ask me what parks I'm going to on what days into what seasons, which I thought was kind of weird. So I'm confused how, if I buy a ticket and I ask for 3 days, how does it know what park I'm going to use that in or what season it is? I could be buying it in value and then use it in a regular, because I can buy it now and then not use it for 2 months. Don't you need to know now what days I'm going to go to the park?
Yes.
Well, it didn't ask.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, okay, so there's a flaw in that system.
Yeah. So how were they going to determine that? That's the thing. I don't get it.
They'll figure it out. They're not going to not get theirs.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about prices I'm just going to concentrate on adults because who cares about the kids? An adult ticket for the Magic Kingdom is $105 for value season. And for all the other parks, it'll be $97. For the regular, it'll be $110 and $102 for all the other parks. Here's the kicker. When we get to peak season, it's $124 for an adult for the Magic Kingdom and $114 for all the other parks. So that's a lot of moolah, my friends. I mean, if you go to the Magic Kingdom more than once, you're screwed.
Well, I mean, they've got to figure out a way to manage park attendance. And if they're not going to manage park attendance, they might as well get the most money out of you. I mean.
So they don't want people going to the Magic Kingdom, but they built a bigger parking lot. Okay, that should be good.
Well,
shouldn't be anybody in
it. I don't. I'm looking at the calendar. I'm looking at the dates.
Yeah.
And,
it's really not that bad.
It's not that bad, and I get they're going to get as much bang for the buck during summer and the holidays and stuff, but it's just seems really I'm having a hard time not saying what I'm thinking. It just seems, and I'm trying really hard to be a pro Disney person at this point. Mm-hmm. It just seems like a cash grab for no reason at all. Well, it's the new year. We got to charge more money.
Yeah.
And it's going to trickle down. It's going to trickle down to Universal. It's going to trickle down everywhere.
Right. Park hopping, they've added that. That's additional, obviously. A park hopper, for 2 days is an additional $55. Water park is an additional $64. And then if you want to do park hopper and water park fun together, that's an additional $95. So, it's just crazy. But, they got to do what they got to do. I don't know. I just, I'm almost thinking like our friend Robin now. Just charge 124 for every day, so I don't have to deal with a calendar, a slide rule, a calculator, and a physics a person to try and figure out how much it's going to cost me. On a 5-day vacation, I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom twice. On these days, it's going to be valued. It's going to be this. That seems like a lot of work for me to figure out.
Dominic in the chat room makes a great point. Quote, unlike single-day tickets, though, multi-day tickets are not yet part of the seasonal pricing tier and have a single price for for every day of the year.
Yeah.
So, when you're planning a vacation, the amount of hoops to jump through, the amount of difficulty is already astronomically high. Coming from the travel agency side and seeing what the agents have to put up with, it's ridiculous because, Disney expects somebody to go out to their site and book a Disney vacation and then log into the app and then figure out how to do dining reservations and tickets and fast passes and all that good stuff through the app, which is not necessarily the easiest thing to process through. So now on top of that, we're going to have to stop and figure out, okay, what makes the most sense? We've got tiered pricing. That's going to dictate when we go on vacation. That's going to take all of those times that are in Disney's world, non-peak times, and that's going to push everybody to those times. So the big argument that I keep hearing from people is Disney's always busy. There is no non-busy season anymore. And that's what they're gunning for, and that's what they're going to get with this.
Yeah, it's they've taken the spontaneity of, almost, I can't say that my father didn't plan vacation, but he would say, hey, in August, all right, get the kids together. Let's go to Disney World. And we'd get in the car and we would just go.
Right.
Wind up on Disney's doorstep and boom. We'd stay at, some hotel that my dad was working for at the time. We were lucky where we had great rates for things like that, or my father had friends in the industry and we'd stay at different resorts around 192 and I drive at the time.
Right.
But that spontaneity, I think, is gone. I mean, you have to now think, because of the pricing and resort and peak seasons and, things like that, when you want to go on vacation. Because, I don't want to spend, I'd like to spend the least amount of time as possible in queue lines and spending them on attractions or with my family. So maybe I'm going to rethink my vacation. Maybe I am. So it's almost like Disney now has a planning calendar to some extent for us. They've now laid out when they know statistically when the park is busy or not.
Right. And ironically, they did mention the entire nation of Brazil coming into town.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. It's coming, people.
Yeah.
Nothing against Brazil, nothing against Brazilians. It's just the entire nation just seems to be here coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Brace for impact.
Brace for impact. They are coming. All right. So let's, is there anything else you have to say about the whole price increase thing?
Thank you, Disney.
Yeah. We just got done renewing our passes, and that whole process was simplified because we did it through the app. It was not simple because we had to figure out which of those 29 plans we had to pick from. And that was kind of crazy. But let's get out of that. Let's talk about something a little bit more positive. Hey, T, did you know that table service dining is coming back to the Diamond Horseshoe at Magic Kingdom?
Blew my mind.
Crazy.
Blew my mind.
Right?
Blew my mind. I love the whole idea. You're never going to be able to get a seat there.
Of course not.
There's not enough seats. It's very small. I love the whole idea, though.
So if you're looking for a new table service dining option at the Magic Kingdom, now is a great time to start planning to go to the Diamond Horseshoe, which is now serving lunch and dinner starting on March 13th. So now you can enjoy all you care to eat saloon feast, beginning with frontier salad, a tasty mix of greens, tomatoes, roasted corn, cornbread, croutons, house-made chipotle ranch dressing. And there's also cornbread for the entire table to share. For your main fixings, you can choose from barbecued pulled turkey served over cornbread, split roast ham served with country beans, or stewed beef served with mashed potatoes. And every entree is served with a side of seasoned vegetables. And for a finale for your hearty feast, you can choose from an apple tart or the campfire brownie, which is a rich chocolate brownie on a graham cracker crust topped with toasted marshmallow. S'mores. Excuse me. You get soft drinks, tea, coffee, milk are all included, and the cost is $33 plus tax for adults, $19 for children 3 through 9. Reservations are now available for dates from March 13th to May 30th and can be made by calling 407-WDW-DINE. So are they going to close it in May? Are they going to close it right before summer? You got to be kidding me.
Yes, of course.
Makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
When it should be open and when the park is busier and they need extra places for people to eat, they're going to shut it down. I don't get their logic. I really don't. Shut that down. Shut down. What's the other place?
The noodle station.
Tortuga. Shut down. Yeah, the noodle station. Yeah, shut it all down. Shut it all down.
Well, I was talking to somebody this weekend about Disneyland Paris and how all of the different food options they have over there. And then I come back here and it's like, hey, we've got all these great food options. Oh, and we're closing them down. I don't know if it's permanent. Maybe this is a test run to see if we can get people in the horseshoe to see how that runs. Right. And then maybe they'll think of opening it back up permanently.
Okay. Let me help you. Dear Disney, if you open it, people will go there. Just say it.
Open it. They will go.
They will come. I like the price, too. It's actually pretty reasonable for a sit-down dinner.
Lower your ticket prices.
We can't. We don't know how to.
We can only go up. We can only go up.
There's only an up button on our ticket system.
That's the God's honest truth.
All right. Over at Disneyland, they got Luigi's roll. What the word is that? What
Rollicking. Rollicking.
Come on.
Rollicking. It's English.
Rollicking Roadsters. To open March 7th at Disney's California Adventure Park. As Disney told us last year, Luigi has invited his cousins, I don't remember him telling me personally, from Carsili, Italia. In this all-new attraction, Luigi will turn the tire storage yard between the Casa della Tires into the dance floor. Across the land, the guests will be able to ride along with Luigi's cousin as they move through, and they spin at the upbeat Italian music, performing the traditional dances of the hometown village. Each dancing car will have its own high-spirited personality and signature dance moves, making every ride unpredictable as we don't know which way we will turn or spin the next time. Take a look at the whole Walt Disney World Imagineering that they created the whole video that you can see behind the scenes. It sounds like Guido Sarducci. So go visit the Italian Garza land of Disney Adventure Park. Oh, gosh.
That was awesome.
And you like that?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, gosh. All right. Hey, a lot of people at our little party this weekend liked our magic bands. And they came from the one and only place on the internet to get your magic band, and that is Magic Your Bands. They have over 100 different designs on their website that you can choose from, or you can drop in your own picture and create your own completely customized magic band at magicyourband.com.
Hey, if those of you who have ever sailed on a Disney cruise are probably familiar with what Palo is. Palo is their signature adult exclusive restaurant that they have on every Disney ship. So it's likely that the mere mention of it and its delectable cuisine probably leaves your mouth watering. Now, in addition to new menu items that revisit the restaurant's Italian roots that will also send your taste buds into overload, they've added some new menu items just for guests coming on board. A standout addition to the dinner selection is a whole roasted chicken marinated in 24 hours in lemon, sea salt, and rosemary, beautifully presented in a copper serving dish with roasted baby vegetables, asparagus, and potatoes. The entree is topped with a Barloo wine reduction typical to the mountainous regions of Piedmont in the Northwest. Intended for sharing, this dish serves two. From the seafood selection, a piquant Dover sole, I can't even say that word correctly, is filleted tableside and served with regional staples like capers and anchovies, sun-dried tomatoes, and thyme potatoes. An exquisite Prosecco and black truffle reduction gives new life to classic sea scallops. And returning to the menu with a new twist is seared ahi tuna steak, which is prepared with blanched green beans, roasted new potatoes, and peppered quail eggs. Sweet endings are a Palo specialty. Happy ending. And the enchanted dessert menu includes a variety of warm, cold, sweet, and tangy offerings. These include light, creamy tiramisu, a coffee-infused classic, one of Tony Casanova's favorites, and a limoncello tart, another Tony Casanova favorite, for a refreshing pop of citrus. One thing that hasn't changed is the signature Palo chocolate souffle, prepared fresh to order and served piping hot with luscious vanilla bean and chocolate sauces, plus a scoop of ice cream just for good measure.
Yummy.
Sounds great. Love Palo. If you've ever been on a Disney cruise,
I have not.
You have to try Palo. It's amaze balls.
We have to go. Sign me up.
Yep, I'm telling you, we should do a Disney Parks podcast, Disney cruise.
Yeah, we have to really work on that. We really have to do that now. Plan for next year.
Yeah,
make it happen.
Hey guys, those of you who out there who love the show and want to support the show, one way you could do that is to visit our Patreon page, patreon.com / Disney Parks podcast. And some of you guys have already done that, and we thank you so much. It's just a way that you guys can help keep the show up and running. We have a lot of really amazing things, just like we had this weekend. We had a big gathering of people, and some of the things that we provided were not expensive, and you guys helped us with that. So if you want to check that out, see maybe you can sign up to be a Patreon of Disney Parks Podcast. We've got some amazing rewards. Whatever amount that you want to support, we have a great reward just for you. But specifically, we want to thank our current contributors, David Maruka, Stacy Miller, and Willie Walter. So thank you guys so much for being Patreons of the show. Hopefully we're living up to your support, and we want to do better. And we thank you for all of you guys out there who care about what we do. And thank you for being a part of the family.
Thank you. That's good. Hey, there's an event that I got my eyeballs on because I think I have to go to this just because I have to. There's a Pixar party trading event coming to Walt Disney World. They're celebrating, obviously, Pixar celebrating their 30th anniversary in existence. So thank you, Pixar, for all you've done. But Disney fans, it's time for you to save the date for a totally wicked event, one that is sure to be considered the most incredible, get it, incredible party of the year, an event you'll no doubtably remember to infinity and beyond. Just so keep swimming, and Disney, please stop the jargon.
Does it get any punnier than?
I don't know. The trading event will be taking place in the sweltering heat of August 26th to 27th at World Showplace in Epcot. Thank God it'll be inside. Join us as they celebrate the 30 years of Pixar Animation Studio magic, from theatrical films, releases, beloved shorts, cherished stories from the vault, and more. No doubt it's going to be a rootin' tootin', oh boy, time. Registration for this year's pin trading event, which is already marked on my calendar, will be April 28th, 2016. So mark your calendars now. Once again, April 28th, tickets will go on sale. And here's just some of the stuff, and this is probably just scratching the surface. I think they got a lot more planned. But introduced at last year's pin event to ensure that all attendees have equal access to the trading boards, they will again provide each Pixar Party trading event attendee with a voucher to use for the trading board experience. Guests will have the opportunity to trade at the boards at a designated number of times during the 2-day event. It's a 2-day trading event, my friends. 2 days. That's a lot of pin trading. Also, as a reminder, it's important to note that Disney World guests have updated their park rules, blah, 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 blah. You go see all, you can't take suitcases and yada, yada, backpacks, wagons, trailers, and all that stuff. Go check the park rules before going there. Otherwise, security will toss you out in your bums. You're also welcome to bring Vinylmations to trade with other guests. However, Vinylmations will not be offered or traded at that event. It is a pin trading event only. Usually at these events, they have some interesting characters and some interesting pins. Usually some frame stuff that you can't get anywhere else. Sometimes some art and things like that. So obviously I'm a Pixar nutbag, and I really love Pixar. So and you know, the only thing that makes me crazy about this is that you have to pay to go to the event to spend more money or to trade, which I find cuckoo. But hey, it's you know, the way it's done. Before we go any, Disney by the Number app is on iOS. It's on the iTunes store. Go look for DBTN app on iTunes, and you will be able to find our app. It is free, and I thank my friend Joe for doing that. Joe, you were aces. Also, you'll see if you go and you get the app, you also see other things by Joe. And if any of those, his DVC app is really cool, and his DVC News app is really cool, where it aggregates the news and sends it to the app. And the DVC, if you're a DVC member, it's got a really good point app that I've used before. It'll help you calculate how many points for your vacation without going on the website. You just do it on your app. So go check out DBTN app on iTunes.
Excellent. So those of you who have ever wanted to experience Walt Disney World like a VIP now have the opportunity to, because you can now journey through Walt Disney World with an adventure by Disney. ABD, as we like to call it in the biz, recently announced a new trip in our own backyard, and we couldn't be more excited. Walt Disney World Resort and Central Florida Vacation offers a mix of outdoorsy activities in the natural terrains and waterways of old Florida, mixed with the theme park experience that add up to the end-all, be-all Walt Disney World vacation, including gators. Are you interested in love bugs? Are you interested in special access to the attractions? How about the behind-the-scenes tours? Want to spend time with Walt Disney Imagineers? You want to get up close and personal with a few live gators? Have you ever wanted to pick insects out of your hair and teeth that you never thought existed before? Yep, Adventures by Disney is offering all that and so much more. The trip starts off with a private dinner at Chef Kitchens at Disney's Contemporary Resort. Here you'll meet highly acclaimed chefs and watch as they create culinary deliciousness in front of your very own eyes. And, of course, feast on those creations in a VIP setting. And this is just the first of many super cool dining experiences on this trip. You'll also enjoy a private breakfast at the all-new Tiffin's at Disney's Animal Kingdom before it opens to park guests. Not to mention privately catered meals at Rafiki's Planet Watch, the Living Seas VIP Lounge, which is stunning, by the way. I've been blessed to be there. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, and a private dessert. We'll come back to that. And a private dessert party during Illuminations, Reflections of Earth. Thank you. And much more. You get to peek inside the Tower of Terror. You go backstage at the new Rivers of Light show and get VIP seating. New sea life behind the scenes at the Seas at Epcot. You can tour the Magic and add to a private Animal Kingdom safari, a VIP viewing of the Festival of Fantasy Parade, VIP ride access to the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and Toy Story Midway Mania, and more. And this is theme park lovers' version of heaven. And no adventure by Disney Vacation is complete without lush accommodations. On this trip, travelers enjoy a stay at one of our personal favorite resorts, Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows. Is there any better way to end each evening in Central Florida than by sipping a cocktail from Trader Sam's Tiki Terrace, watching the Wishes fireworks display from across Seven Seas Lagoon, and tucking into your comfy bed each night knowing that every detail of your Disney vacation has been carefully arranged. And I don't even get, and we didn't even tell you about the amazing kayaking, zip lining, and dining with an astronaut, airboating, and off-roading in a swamp buggy, because those are all part of your trip, and we didn't even talk about those. So that's all part of this amazing adventure by Disney. And if you're thinking about taking a trip, contact Disney, adventuresbydisney.com, or your local travel agent.
So let me ask you, if I stay at my own house, will they discount the trip?
No.
Because I want to do some of that, but I live close. I don't need the accommodations. I just need the access.
Well, you could do that. You could do all that stuff. You could,
just say I'll see you at my house. I'm gonna go home and sleep in my own bed.
No, I mean you could do all that stuff.
I don't know. Some of this, I don't know if I can make some of this happen.
Sure, you can. If you've got enough money and it's not illegal,
That's true.
Disney will let you do anything.
I like the chef's kitchen at Disney's Contemporary Resort. That'd be high on my list of things to do.
Yeah.
Tiffin's. What was the other one? I do have a quest to do all the VIP lounges in Epcot, so that would help me there.
Yeah.
The dessert party you can do. You can arrange that yourself. That I don't need. I've been backstage at the Tower of Terror. I don't need to see that. Rivers of Light. VIP sitting. What is that? A fast pass? I think we should be able to do that. So maybe some of this I can do.
Yeah.
It's just the chef table at the Contemporary. I don't think, but I'm sure if I had enough money, I could.
Well, we also did mention that whenever you do an Adventure by Disney, part of it is behind the scenes group stuff, but you also get some VIP treatment and pin. Every day you get a pin.
Yeah, every day you get a pin,
which is cool.
I do like, and I think you can make that happen too. The astronaut dinner that's over at Kenny's. NASA there, Kenny Space Coast. I know that's on their list. That's not hard to do. And the swamp buggy thing is right by my house. That's on Buggy Creek,
right
near my house. So I can. The zip lining I think is over at Gatorland.
Yep.
Yeah. So
you can do all of it separately, but you're gonna have to do all of it separately. So that's a lot of phone calls versus just call ABD and let them take care of it.
Yeah. Do we know the price on this? What is this? Like $3,000 per person per adult?
That's probably very close. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I've not priced this out because I wasn't interested. I was interested in doing the Nashville ABD, which is only like a 3 or 4 day, and that was pretty pricey. That's not inexpensive at all.
You have friends that live in Nashville, right?
I do. I have several friends that live in Nashville.
Do you need that then?
Not necessarily, but
I think some of them can arrange some things if you give them a list.
Sure, yeah, but I mean, we have to figure out our transportation. We have to figure out where we're going to stay, where we're going to eat. There's a lot to be said for doing an Adventure by Disney. And Adventure by Disney.
You've done one. I've done one. I like them. I just don't like the cost. The
costs are very prohibitive. And it's one of those things where if money is no issue, then this is no issue for you. And that's kind of the market they're going for. There are cheaper ways to do in a tour group setting.
Sure.
There are less expensive ways to do it. There's less expensive ways to do everything. But when you're on an ABD, there's a whole lot of things that, yes, you could go and you could do all these events, but there's not going to be opportunities for you to do it with the 20 or 30 or 40 people on your tour. They shut everything down and it's just you guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So the VIP lounge at the Living Seas, the Seas with Nemo and Friends, it's great. It's on the second level. It's right above the restaurant.
Okay.
You've got a bar in one corner. It's big open area that they put seats and tables and stuff, and the whole wall is just a window. But the coolest thing, and I'd have to go find it, the coolest thing is as you walk down the hallway, they have a faux wall that makes you go right or left, and it blocks the view of the aquarium. And on this wall is the old school, I mean, opening day logo of the Living Seas. And it was the coolest thing. I was taking tons of pictures of that, and they're like, why are you taking a picture of that old logo? And I'm like, that's history. That's why I'm taking pictures of it. So it was pretty cool. It was cool to it was cool to be a part of that.
Some of the crazy things Ryan was showing, right, on his phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. All right. I think we said this multiple times on this podcast. Disney Springs is now going to be the Florida Mall. They've announced 28 stores, not places to eat, but stores that will be opening at Disney Springs. I'm going to just mention the stores. I'm not going to give details of the stores. What we'll do is we'll post all the details of this to the podcast in a blog post, and then you can read all the whole list of stores. And someone had asked me, what was their intention on building, all of these stores. I said, well, their intention is to keep you on property and keep you from going to the Florida Mall because they want your time and your money. If they can keep you here and you don't go somewhere else, then they have your money and your time. That's their intention, and that's what they're going to accomplish with this. So, and some of these I'm probably going to hack up the names pretty good, so we'll have some fun. The first one is Anthropology. Not even close. The next one is Lacoste, Kate Spade, New York, Sephora, Under Armour. Nothing says Disney Springs like Under Armour. MAC Cosmetics, Vince Camuto, and I had to look that up. That is shoes and handbags and other stuff. Vera Bradley. What?
You didn't know?
Yeah, I had no idea. Vera Bradley, Lucky Brand, Oakley, and that's what Disney Springs is a third place that sells sunglasses.
Yay. Well, what are the other sunglass shops going to, if there's an Oakley?
If there's an Oakley store, why do I need the other two sunglass stores? That's what they sell. Apparently their Oakley selection will shrink. The Coca-Cola store, the Trophy Room, and Alex and Annie store.
God help us all. God help
us
all.
The world of Disney, there'll be a store for Alex and Annie. I mean, those things fly off the shelves from what I hear. I mean, literally fly off the shelves. Another one is Nohuko, which is a Hawaiian store. Shore, I couldn't even find their website. It's just called Shore, not the Jersey Shore, but Shore. American Threads, Volcom, Kipling, Francesca's, Melissa's Shoes, Unodi 50, Johnston and Murphy, Everything But Water, Free People. I had no idea what the hell this was. Free People. What is that? We're giving away people? Hey, you want a person. You get a person.
Everyone gets a person.
What did they call it? Disney is calling it a unique merchandise, but wait, what did their website say? Something, Bohemian stuff.
Great.
Oh, maybe they'll sell bong pipes or something. Johnny
Springs has got a shop.
Yeah. Johnny Was, Columbia, Sperry, and The Luxury of Time by Diamonds International.
Everybody needs a Diamonds International store.
Yeah. Now, there was two, there's going to be the move the Bippity Boppity Boutique to Town Center. It's going to be bigger, obviously. Sure. And there was one restaurant called Deluxe Burger that will be going to Town Center. So all of these stores are going to be in the Town Center area, which is right in front of the Planet Hollywood, what used to be the Planet Hollywood area there will be Town Center. And also guest relations will be moving there as well. They will have a much bigger, better, more efficient place.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I heard from the guest relation guy. They're really excited about it because they said they'll actually be able to help people in a more efficient manner. I said, okay.
Good luck with that.
We'll see. Because now, remember they had the little queue line there? Well, they got rid of that. Now there's a greeter there. She takes your name and she tells you to sit down. There's now some seats. And then when the next person is available, they come around the counter and they ask who's next. And she says, Casanova. And then then it's your turn to be served.
Yeah, that's weird, especially because my last name's not Casanova.
Well, yeah, you probably won't get much help then. You'd probably be out of luck, my friend. I
wonder what they're going to put in that space, because it's just big enough for something. They'll put some stupid shop there that you could barely turn around in.
They'll probably make the photo pass area maybe bigger, or the chase card stuff bigger.
Yeah,
one of the two. Or Reaver Brothers will just take the space.
Maybe they put something else from the marketplace co-op would be going there.
Yeah.
Well, hey, a couple things. One thing we want to encourage you to do, if you haven't done it already, please visit DisneyParksPodcast.com and sign up for our newsletter. Inside the newsletter, we give you great content that we don't normally place on the website. It also gives you first dibs on any new contest, any new events that we have. They find out about it first. It also allows you some extra perks that we don't talk about here on the blog or on the podcast. Inside the newsletter, totally free. Love to have you there. Disney Parks Podcast newsletter comes out each week. And we'd love to see you sign up at DisneyParksPodcast.com/newsletter. Also, we need to go into the realm of some rumors. So,
on the rumor alarm.
Wait. Hang on. I might have a rumor alarm. Hang on a second.
Sound the rumor alarm.
Hang tight. I might have a rumor alarm here. Hang on. Oh no, that's not it. No, that's not the rumor alarm. That wouldn't be the rumor alarm.
That sounds like the rumor's going down the drain.
That would be. I think I got it here. No, here's the rumor alarm. No, that's not the rumor alarm. Dadgummit. Hang on. I got the rumor alarm here. No, that's not the rumor alarm. Let's go with that. Rumor alarm.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that's better. That's better.
There you go. Rumor alarm. Oh, wait. Rumor alert. So we have some rumors for you. Disney's Boardwalk, the entertainment district, lost its primary ice cream service venue when Seashore Suites closed earlier this month. But if rumors are true, a replacement is already in the works. Rumors are that the Brooklyn-based Ample Hills Creamery will open a location on Disney's Boardwalk later this year. Now, Ample Hills is reportedly a favorite of Disney chairman Bob Iger. According to the rumor,
apparently Bob can get his favorite ice cream store at Disney.
No comment. Apparently, Iger became so enamored with the product that he has aided Ample Hills' owner in an advisory capacity and cleared hurdles, allowing them to secure licensing for Star Wars-themed ice cream products. Ample Hills Creamery ice cream is a handmade from natural and organic ingredients. The new ice cream parlor will reportedly fill the space formerly occupied by the ESPN Club Video Arcade, adjacent to the Boardwalk Bakery. Other rumors suggested that the Seashore Suite space will be converted into a lounge and waiting area for diners at the Flying Fish Cafe and perhaps Trattoria Al Forno. Who called that? I think I called that. I think I said that. Yeah, come on.
All right. Here's the other rumor that I know will interest you the most, John. This will perk you right up. There we go. That's a good one. 2 major enhancements are set to debut later this spring at for Magic Plus stuff at Disney World. The first is the enhancement results, which perhaps was the biggest guest complaint with the FastPass Plus. All right. If everything goes according to Disney's plan, starting sometime around early April, guests will be able to make additional FastPass Plus reservations directly from their app on their phone. And the new functionality will eliminate guests needing to go to kiosks to make their additional FastPass reservations after they've used their initial 3. At Disney, here's my suggestion. Once you do that, I think what you should do is it should be a rolling 3. I should always be able to have 3. If I use one, I get another one. If I use another one, I get another one. So I have a rolling 3. Not I have to use 3 and then wait till those are done before I get another. That's crazy stuff, Disney. Also scheduled to debut soon is the widespread rollout of something called Story Maker, John. This is the interactive component of the My Magic Plus that many were excited in the early days of the project. And Story Maker is one of the features that did not make the initial rollout of My Magic Plus due to the complexity with other areas of the system that deemed too high of an importance. So Disney Imagineers concentrated on those efforts of the Fast Pass and not the Magic Band reliability. This, along with the rising costs, put Story Maker on the back burner. They've already been doing some testing in some areas where Story Maker will allow attractions to interact with guests using information from My Magic Plus profile associated with each guest. For example, It's a Small World goodbye sequence may know exactly where you are from, or a meet and greet with Mickey might actually use your name.
Finally.
I think, I agree. I mean, there has to be some kind of payoff for wearing that damn plastic rubber thing on your wrist all day.
Sure.
I mean, besides the Fast Pass, and tracking me in the parks and knowing every bathroom and purchase store I went into. I think this interactive Story Maker part is the payoff of the whole band experience.
Oh, yeah, totally.
100%. It's got to be, if it was me, I would have done that before I've done anything else.
So now finally, Disney's got to the point where they've deemed it worthy of doing the one thing that they said that they were going to do on the front end. And, I get it. Yeah. I understand the technological rigmarole. I'm excited by this. I think this gives me new hope. Finally, I'm very excited about the concept. It doesn't make me love Magic Bands anymore. I think that it's a great idea to do the rolling 3 fast passes. Yeah. I don't use the fast pass system very much because I'm a local and I don't really care to have to ride the rides. And the rides that I want to ride, I don't mind waiting 20, 30 minutes for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything under 30, I'll get in the line. I just don't,
Yeah. I take my copy of Disney by the numbers and I read the facts and figures and I prove to how smart I am by quoting Disney numbers.
Yeah. I take my bucket list book.
Yeah.
And I do that in the park.
Smart move.
Yeah.
So I think it's great.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. I'd really, I think there's going to be some interesting elements to this and some interesting places that they can use. The character whole thing will be interesting. For some of the face characters, how are they? I don't know.
Right.
They're going to have earwigs and somebody's going to, his name is John. How's that whole process? I get the other characters, they could have headphones on inside or whatever. I don't want to ruin the magic for anybody, but they're not really living characters. The attractions, I think, may need some downtime, or they'll do these things at night where they'll, go in, put in the sensors and speakers and whatnot, and have to hide them, in weird places so that we don't see the speakers because they don't want us to.
Right.
Those things you say, but
speaking of that,
I think it's all good. I think it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
I trust Disney that they're gonna surprise us with some of the story making stuff. We're thinking of the obvious things. I'm sure they are trying to think of the unobvious things that we'll go what?
Right. Right. I did the meet and greet with Chewbacca this weekend, and it was amazing. The sound actually came from this area.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was coming through a speaker system, but really, unless it was, and I just didn't realize it. It was really great.
I would think the same thing is for Kylo Ren too.
Yeah.
It comes from his face.
Yeah. I would think that technology would be cool. What would be really funny is if they were to figure out some way to do it like on a dark ride, like if they have the old extraterrestrial and it goes black and even, and the thing's jumping around, and then periodically from over your shoulder you hear, "Hi, Tony," and then you just freak out. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love that.
Yeah,
but I'm sick and twisted, so.
Yeah, I really, and listen, there's still one more thing Disney has to do with the Magic Bands that they
lower their prices.
No, they have to some way give us the ability that I don't have to carry all of my other Disney cards with me. I don't want to carry a D23 card. I don't want to carry my DVC card. I don't want to carry my Tables of Wonder card. I don't want to carry a card that tells me I'm entitled to a discount. I don't want to carry any other card besides make the Magic Band my sole thing that I can take and go into the park and be done with it.
Right.
I want to be able to put my credit card on it and pay, or, all right, if you don't want me to do that, I can do it with my iPhone. I'm fine with that too. But if you're going to do it, let's put everything on there. You have my credit card anyway. I use it on the app, and it knows that I'm a pass holder, and it gives me the applicable discount on the Shop Disney Parks app. So It knows I'm a pass holder, and it knows my credit card number already. Just let's complete the circle and put it on my band so I can be done with it.
Circle of life. Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I agree with you 100%.
So after you're done with Story Maker Disney, I got one more request, and it's that. So all right, kids, we want to know what you think. You can do that over at disneyparkspodcast.com. Leave us a comment on the show notes. You can tweet us at Disney Podcaster. You can find us on Facebook /disneyparkspodcast.com. You can send us email at disneyparkspodcast@gmail.com. However you want to contact us, we are here for you to help you with your questions and help get you through the Disney Matrix. So
that's right.
Go check us out at disneypodcast.com. And as we say around here, we will see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through.